There are two types of people in every team: the ones who keep the lights on and the ones who decide where the company is going. Right now, you're spending 40 hours a week proving you belong in the first group. Today, we fix that. Because you've been sold a lie, we've all been conditioned that if you just work harder, clear the backlog, and say yes to every request, we'll eventually get promoted. This is false. In fact, being the reliable one is exactly what's keeping you stuck. You have fallen into the order taker trap. By the way, I'm Terry. I'm leading multi-million-dollar programs in corporate America right now. I teach strategies that I use today, not theories from 10 years ago. But this applies to you whether you're in IT, marketing, HR, or operations. If you're the one always doing the execution, you will never be the one making the decisions. Today, I'm going to show you how to escape that trap. I'm going to give you the exact 3-step framework I used to go from overworked manager to a strategic leader who gets invited to the big decisions. Does this sound familiar? You spend your entire week putting out fires and updating spreadsheets. By Friday, 5 p.m., you're exhausted. You kept the lights on, but nobody knows the strategic value you actually delivered. You feel like a high-paid assistant, not a leader. We need to fix that feeling right now. Here's a quick win you can use tomorrow morning. Stop calling meeting status updates. Status implies you're reporting to a superior. Change the invite title to Steerco or Decision Brief. Something more strategic. Don't report what happened. Present the choices that need to be made. It sounds small, but language shapes reality. A status update is when you give information. A decision brief is when you get what you need. Try that one change and watch the energy in the room shift. That is a manual fix. Now, let's get into the automated ones. Here are 3 control points. Control point number 1 is what I call the velvet rope intake. Right now, your intake process probably looks like this. Someone catches you in the hallway or sends you a team message and says, "Hey, can you just quickly add this feature?" And because you want to be helpful, you say, "Sure." Stop doing that. Every time you say yes to one low-level task, you're saying no to your own strategic growth. You need a standardized way to intake work that forces the requester to do the thinking and justify the value of the ask. I use a ticketing system like ServiceNow, so it's easy to track requests and report later on the metrics. But if you don't have that, a simple Google form will work. The tool doesn't matter. The 3 questions you ask do. When someone asks for work, you just reply, "Happy to help." To make sure that we prioritize against the CEO's goals, please submit a request and include in the response these 3 initial questions. What's the overall driver? Is it operational efficiency, regulatory compliance, or a revenue generation request? What is the business value in dollars or time saved? What happens if we don't do this? Who is the executive sponsor requesting and paying for this? Why does this work? Half of the people won't fill it out. Good. You just eliminated busy work. For the ones who do, you now have a paper trail of value. You're no longer an order taker. You're a gatekeeper of strategy. Now, the trade-off. People might get annoyed at first. They're used to you just being the doormat. Stand firm. Respect is earned by setting boundaries, not by being easy. The impact? You'll stop drowning in nice-to-have work, and you'll free up 5 to 10 hours for actual leadership. Now, once you have filtered the work, you need to change how you talk about it. In a minute, I'm going to show you the executive translation method. That stops executives from looking at their phones while you talk. But first, control point 2. Most people report on activity. I migrated the database, I launched the campaign, I updated the tickets. To an executive, this is overhead. It proves you're busy, not that you're strategic. They don't care about the effort. They care about the results. If you can't connect the effort to their outcome, you're invisible. You need to translate the work into their language: risk, revenue, and roadmap. Let's say you upgraded a firewall. We can use AI to help us here. Before using ChatGPT, Pull a short, verified summary of business value from a source leadership already trusts. One sentence is enough. Just don't make anything up. Here is the prompt I use in ChatGPT. I did a technical task of upgrading a firewall. Here is the verified business context. I pasted it here. Rewrite this update for a VP of operations. Focus only on the business risks we avoided, the money that was saved, or the speed we gained. Keep it under 3 bullet points. Why does this work? Instead of saying what you did, we upgraded the firewall, you give them why they should care. We secured 5 million in customer data against new cyber threats. Same work, different perception. You're giving them the answer to the unasked questions to what you accomplished. The so what? The challenge here is imposter syndrome. You might feel like you're marketing or bragging. Get over it. In corporate America, if you don't market your value, you don't have any. When you speak executive, you switch from being a technician and start being seen as a leader. Remember earlier I said I'd stop them from looking at their phones? That's how. You stop talking about the how and start talking about the why. And if you're getting value from this video, I just ask that you click that like button so YouTube can spread the value to other people. Now, control point number 3, this is the one that gets you the raise. It's the PR I call value receipt. The projects end, everyone is tired, you archive the Teams channel and move on. This is a CLM, a career limiting move. You just did all the work and walked away without the credit. Never close a project without sending a value receipt. This is a 1-page PDF that summarizes the win. It has 3 sections: the problem we had, the solution we built, and the metric we moved. Send this to your boss, the stakeholders, and their boss. Now, most people struggle to write this because they get stuck in the technical weeds. This is where we can let AI help you put a bow on it. Here is the exact ChatGPT prompt I use to force clarity. Act as a senior executive strategist. I need to write a project closing summary called a value receipt. Please take my raw notes below and rewrite them into 3 distinct sections. The problem. What was the specific business risk, cost, or inefficiency before we started? Number 2, the solution. What capability did we deliver? Remove technical jargon, focus on business outcome. Number 3, the metric. Quantify the result. How much money was saved, revenue protected, or hours returned? Why does this work? You save these and create a case file on your career. When the performance review time comes, you don't have to scramble to remember what you did. You just open the file of value receipts and drop them on the table. Here's the $200,000 I saved the company this year. What's the trade-off? You have to track data from day one. Preferably take a baseline on day one before you start adding value. You can't measure success at the end if you didn't measure the baseline at the start. This shifts you from a cost center to a revenue driver mindset. And revenue drivers, they get promoted. I built this system not that many years ago. At least it feels that way. I was the ultimate order taker. I was the reliable guy answering emails at 10 p.m., taking notes in every meeting, hoping someone would notice how hard I worked and reward me. Nobody did. I was just burning out. So I stopped waiting for permission and I manually implemented the control points. I put up the velvet rope so that I had an intake system to kill busy work. I stopped reporting status reports and started translating value. And I started sending the receipts as post-implementation PR, creating fanfare for me and the team. The result? The 10 p.m. emails stopped being the norm. The non-value busy work started to disappear, and now I'm not just a reliable PM, I'm helping clients lead strategic programs. This isn't theory, it's exactly how I got my time back. You have to make a choice today. Are you going to be the person who just keeps the lights on? Or are you going to be the person who designs the future? The order taker waits for permission. The strategic leader takes control. If you want the exact prompts I used in this video and several other bonus prompts, I've pasted a link in the description below. Copy it and use it. And let me know in the comments how your boss reacts. Now, once you stop being an order taker, you're gonna face a new problem. You're gonna have free time. And you might worry that AI is gonna take your job. In the next video, I'm gonna show you 3 corporate roles that are about to disappear and how to make sure you aren't in one of them. So click here to watch that now, and I'll see you there.